will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA ready to roll. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins. So UCLA's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the air, it's Iamaleava. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice looking throw there, and traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game, and if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Thomas. He has the first and still on his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Maryland's offense has the ball for the first time. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him?
Into the open. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Martin will throw it. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Fleming. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Ray. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Webb. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Martin back to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that short completion now sets up a big 3rd down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field, but you get the feeling a critical 3rd down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And some room to work. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Inside the 35. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to ride this running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fleming. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Martin will throw it. He's got it down the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Pickup of 14. And that's a first down for the offense.
Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. It's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Makes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on second down. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to bull his way out. And he will score! Touchdown, Bruins! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That deficit has now grown to double digits. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking for space. It's Ray. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Martin back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ray. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
But we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run the sneak for it. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Finds his target down the middle. great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Berger. At the 45 on his way. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Running into the open space. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Martin will throw it. Caught. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle. It's Ray. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Complete. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Martin back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Terrapins have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes